Okay guys, I want to talk to you today about something that's a little bit close to my heart. And to be honest, the entire world is suffering from it. And it's actually a little bit annoying to see. I'm talking about the whole, just the mess that is the gaming community right now. Mostly when it comes to parts, availability, pricing, and just the downright lowlifes that are scalpers that are out there. Because they're taking honest, hard-working people's money. And it's not on. It's not on at all. And for anybody that knows me, I am an avid PC enthusiast. I love computers. I love building them. I've got a couple myself. I'm not biased against consoles. I love consoles as well. My own personal preference is just computers. Not going to go into the details of why, but each to their own. Mine are computers. The thing is, over the last couple of months, anybody that is part of the gaming community or PC community has noticed a massive, massive issue when it comes to pricing and stock availability. Part of that is down to the shortage of the memory that the new generation of stuff is using, but a lot of it is also just down to nasty people out there that are buying up every single item that they can and then trying to sell them on for a major profit. And I get people are trying to make a little bit of extra money. I myself, I'd have done the exact same thing, granted not as absorbent as what some of them are charging, but if I could have afforded to have done it, yeah, I'd have probably bought a couple of consoles and like flipped them out for 50 quid more than what they should have been. But times are tough. It's the whole availability thing that's getting me now, because yes, there was the shortage. Yes, there has been starting to be a steady flow of things coming back. No, there's still nothing out there that you can buy at the minute. It's more for the fact that the older stuff that is currently on the market is now being jacked up so much because there is such a shortage on the newer stuff that it's throwing the entire pricing out of pot. I build computers in my spare time, and so I tend to keep an eye on everything when it comes to parts related, whether it be new or used. If I was to build a computer 6 months ago for £300, I could probably have built a pretty decent second-hand computer or a very, very budget-orientated new one with relatively good specifications. If you were to ask me to build a £300 computer today, I'd say it'd be near impossible to build something that was halfway decent. Because the parts that should be cheap aren't cheap. The parts that are cheap are not worth buying. And the parts that are decent and actually worth buying are not in stock. So everyone at the minute is stuck between a rock and a hard place. I've been waiting for a new graphics card. This is where my thing comes into why it's affecting me a little bit. I've been waiting for a new graphics card. I was on the waiting list to buy one. They got released. I pressed buy it now to buy the card straight away, and within 30 seconds of those cards going on sale, they were gone. Could not touch one. Within an hour of all those cards selling, I saw those cards again being sold on eBay for double or triple what they actually were worth. It's purely down to scalping. Scalpers are buying them up in mass quantities and then just trying to flip them out, and you've got honest people out there that are so desperate for one of these, whether it be a card or a console, they're so desperate to get their hands on one, they're paying them. They're encouraging the scalpers, and they shouldn't be. They really shouldn't be. Looking at parts-wise, like I said, everything's just up in the air at the minute. I'm seeing parts that should be 50 quid. brand new normally, on average, 50 quid. And even like manufacturers, not second hand or scalpers, but actual manufacturers, they're price hiking. You've got parts at 50 quid that are selling for £90 and upwards that just don't warrant it at all, because there is such a shortage and because they know people are willing to pay it, because there are people out there that just want to have the latest thing. The consoles, I have never been more disgusted in that in my entire life. Yes, normally around release, there's always normally a shortage. That's a given because everybody wants one, whoever's a gamer. But to be a shortage of this calibre, and to see prices go nowhere near MSRP and suddenly skyrocket to £800 plus, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're being told by the companies that are making them, yeah, it's going to be this price. And you just can't, because as soon as they're selling for that price, they're all sold. So then the next batch, they're seeing pound signs and they're just automatically whacking the prices up. I'm seeing graphics cards that should be £360 brand new through board partners, bear in mind, that, yeah, you get a different tier in each category, which is understandable, so there's obviously a price hike in each one. But we're seeing cards that should only be, at most, 450 quid for the top end tier, selling for £600-700 from the actual manufacturer. And it's just outrageous. It's outrageous. I've never been more ashamed to be part of the PC and gaming community than what I am right now. So, my message to anybody out there is this. If you want to build a gaming PC, wait. For the love of God, wait. Do not spend your hard-earned money on anything. Wait. Bide your time. There will be something out there that is cheap and that will do what you are wanting, and you will be able to get it for close to price pretty soon. That I know for a fact will happen. If you are a console gamer and you're wanting the latest Xbox or PS5, don't fall prey to scalpers. Don't think, oh, there's only one or two left, so I need to pay £900 for one. They've already announced there's going to be plenty of them come January. So just wait, bide your time, save just that little bit longer, and you'll get one. You will get one. I've already seen it myself on the Facebook marketplaces and eBay. The same people that were selling the consoles for £700-800 are now suddenly dropping them down to £500 and closer to MSRP, what this should be. Because they know all too well that they're not going to be able to sell them. So they've made their money and they're now coming back down to earth, which is fine. My third rule goes back to PC gaming. If for whatever reason you're wanting to buy a PC machine, like a gaming rig, don't just waste your money on anything. Don't just say, I've got £500, this is the best I'm going to be able to get. Because I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 rigs that are on the market for £500 are not worth £500. They will be 10-year-old systems with 6-7-year-old graphics cards that aren't going to be able to do what you want your computer to do. So don't just buy anything. Wait. Do your research. If you get stuck, look on forums, ask advice, ask for people who know what they're talking about. Get their help. Most of the community will gladly guide you in the right direction, because as a whole, whether it be PC or gaming, like console gaming, we all rally together in times like this. And we all try and help each other. We don't like to see anybody get robbed. We don't like to see anybody get ripped off. So, look for help if you need it. That's all I can say. That's pretty much my rant, guys. I could literally go on for hours about it, but I'm just going to end up chewing heads off otherwise. If, for whatever reason, you want to leave a comment down below and voice your opinion, that is completely up to you. I'm not biased, and I will respect any and all opinions. But don't come here, don't drop messages if you're going to try and take the high road and say, oh, well, blah, 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 and this, that, and other. Because we all know the situation. It's an absolute dire moment in computing and gaming. And fingers crossed it all goes back to normal come the new year. Like I said, there's been rumours, there's been confirmations in some stuff. But just respect everyone's opinion. And just try and enjoy what you have at the moment. Because things will get better. That I can promise.